some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Tables, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Gamecocks will kick it off to get us underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will start this game off. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Paul.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just
breaks into the open. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Fires to the wideout. Lost, the defense is wide open. He's loose. Inside the touchdown Bulldogs. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
and settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
So South Carolina's offense will go to work for the first time today. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
To the air, it's Washington. The sure hands, it's Bobo. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Here's the handoff. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Got room at the 35. Wide open spot. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Dogs! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Pocket breaking down. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Let's see what they've got on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Wicks. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Off play action on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early.
Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. He's looking to throw. The screen, he's got wheels. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
And I like the execution by this defense, understanding where the first down marker is. Let him throw the ball short, come up, get him on the ground, forcing a fourth down. Decision time for this offense.
And make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working that left side now. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Dogs moving quickly to the line. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match.
Oh, he's got some space. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. And the Gamecocks just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Looking for a man. It's Washington. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab. It's Wicks. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there. And
Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Motion from the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I'll tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They'll run the toss. There he goes. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. 29 Philly. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Off the play fake. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Made a defender miss. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Rides to back and leaves it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Washington. Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Wiley. Breaks into the open. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Wants to fire on second down. Hauls it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
On first down from the 13-yard line. He's got it on the move. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Caught near the sticks. It's Wiley. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. And the Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Bears the pressure. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads it left. All by himself. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Washington. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
They boot it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. And the returner will be brought down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Makes the grab inside the 30. He'll work his way down to the 28. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. He's got the back in the middle. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's Washington. Zings it complete to the right. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Let's go. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Just a short pass to the tight end. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Took a shot as he threw. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. And
the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Scanning the field, it's Hammond. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to... Fair catch, a solid return, gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Great place to start for this offense. Running behind that left side. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's incomplete. Tried a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Not. Chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Got his man on the right. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Bland. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs.
Let's go!
Gonna look downfield again. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Spits it out to the back. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Picks up the first down, still moving. Got room on the return. The 40. Past the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Dogs!
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
comes the offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Creates a little room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We've talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
That's caught. It's Bland. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking to pass. It's Hammond. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll go to the ground. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, South Carolina. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Oh, and he wants to throw it. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Short throw to the sideline is complete. He's he'll be short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Georgia.
And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. The throw to the outside is complete. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Coming up, 4th down.
On 4th down, going to the air. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Turning it on! And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
South Carolina.
Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
56, South Carolina.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it.
He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Quarterback may change this route. Going to sling it on 2nd down. He's got him this time. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Right on the money. And he's brought down after a nice game.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the 2nd.
Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Blount. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Motion from the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
Complete to start this drive. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. And the Gamecocks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few 1st downs and make something positive happen.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He splits the uprights. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of their way with their fingernail.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was elite. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
And the Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to the big tight end. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Running back searching for a hole. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Hey, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On the run, it's Reed. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Hammond. Finds his big tight end. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Corrals it at the 45. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Fakes to grab. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Georgia going up tempo. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Powell. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw again. Got a man. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got a man in the middle. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Man, let that thing rip. How about this guy? Almost 450 yards on the day. He's been throwing it.
Striving for the goal line. Loose football. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
He'll try to pop the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. And they're able to make the tackle.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than could...
It's a fumble! Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That one.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. All wideouts, no backs. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the 4th quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. That's where you want to start, from inside your 35. Here he comes. And you get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Sets up the screen. Turning it on. And he's knocked down. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they didn't. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.